Hey everyone, it's Denise, and as promised, I am here with my entire LV collection. I'm going to try and go through everything really quick. I'm not going to spend time on any one particular piece. I'm just going to go through it, and some of these bags and items I have done a review on. So for any items, I'll mention it when I go through it, and then I'll also link it down below so you can watch those if you're interested in it. But I'm just going to go through everything in my SLG and charms, shoes, things like that, and bags. And if you watched my previous collection video, you'll see that it's changed quite a bit. So first I'm going to go through the SLGs, and I'm going to start with the items that are in my Celine mini luggage. I have my iCat cosmetic case in the vernis leather, and this is in the color Rose Velour. This was a limited edition piece that I got last year, I think last April I got this. My vernis clay in Amaranth. My vernis Zippy organizer that has since sadly been discontinued. This is my favorite wallet as of today, and I use it quite a bit, and this is in the color Violet. And my last piece, if I can find it, oh yes there it is my Monogram clay that I keep my coins in. So those are the LV items that are in my bag here, and let me start. I'm reaching down to pick things up, so just bear with me. I have a Zippy organizer in Emea Grafite. This is a men's wallet, however, it's the same Zippy organizer that's available in all the other prints. So I like it because it matches my black bags, and I have an Infinity unprint bag that it matches quite nicely. I have the Sistina wallet in Damier Ebene. It's a really nice wallet. I have the Vernis Sarah in Amaranth. Quite pretty. And I have a Monogram Sarah in there. And then let me start with my small bags. I have a Vernis Sunset Boulevard in the color Violet. This is a pretty nice clutch. I have my Azure Eva, and this does also come crossbody. And I have my Monogram Pochette. Now this is the old style with the smaller, shorter handle, and I don't know where it is. I have an Ebene Pochette also. So I have this and I have the Ebene Pochette. And those I use going out and running quick errands and as makeup bags inside of my larger bags. So there's that. And then I have my charms. So start with my most favorite charm, the Topaz charm here. This looks so good on any bag. And I should just do a separate video modeling this on all the bags because it really can dress any bag up. And that, out of the charms I have, is my favorite. I also have a Rayura's charm. It's in the color Amaranth. It's 2 hearts. Very pretty, very dainty and feminine. So I have that one. And I also have the Insolence charm in pastel. So that's there. This one's really pretty. Now for my bags, and these are going to be in no particular order. I'm just going to go through them. So let me start. First, my Damier Ebene Hampstead MM. Now this bag has since been discontinued, excuse me, but this was, as it happens, my first Louis Vuitton bag that I got. The Hampstead MM in Damier Ebene. And then I have the Mahina L in bronze. And I do have a review on this one. I'll link that down below. And my Damier Ebene Evora MM. This is stiff because I have a shaper inside of there. I also have a review on this one. And I have an Azure Evora. My Monogram Speedy 35. Just can't beat a classic Speedy, I say. It's a must in everyone's collection. I have an Ebene Speedy. And I have my Monogram Artsy. And someone once questioned me, I do have a review and a comparison video, I'll link it below, why I don't question the authenticity of my Artsy because I did not have the charm hanging. It's in my closet. I choose not to hang it on my bag, as when I carry this, I carry a bag charm on it, and I just don't want to. So my bag is real. Just because I don't have the charm on it doesn't make it a fake. I assure you. And I have my imprint Artsy and the color Infinity. Now they have since discontinued this color. They do have an actual black. I don't know how this reads, but it is a deep, deep dark ink blue, but it pretty much looks black, so I consider it my black LV. So, and this one I do have the charm. But I do have a comparison of this and my Monogram Artsy. I'll link that video below. I also have my Damier Azure Figari GM. Really nice big square tote. This one, I also have a review on this one. I'll link it down below. And if you watch my top items of 2014, this bag will look familiar to you. It is my Empreinte Murray MM in the color Galette. Love this bag. Oh, so good. I need to do a review on this, and I will shortly. I know you guys were curious about this bag. Don't really get to see it too much, so I'll do a review very soon on this one. And I have the Amarant Vernis Alma. Now this is in GM. My husband bought this for me when it was considered the GM. They had the PM and the GM, and the GM was the new MM because the old GM was like much bigger than this, and now they've gone back to having the MM now, which is a little bit smaller than this, and having an actual GM, which I think is either the same size as this or might be a little bit bigger. But this, my tag says Alma GM, so this is in the color Amarant. And last but certainly not least, I have, oh, my bad, it's getting stuck, a chocolate W tote. and I need to do a review on this one as well. But for the other bags, and that's my bags. I actually also have a, excuse me, my sleeve's coming down. I have a GM Neverfull in the monogram print. That is downstairs in my closet. That's typically my cheer or football bag. So it stays in my hall closet downstairs. I neglected to bring that up, but you all know what that looks like. It's a GM Mono Neverfull. And that's it for my bags. And I actually have 2 pairs of shoes. So I'm just gonna get out one of each. I have the Oxford Ballerina flat in the Amaranth vernis. And I actually do need to do a review. I bought these April of last year, so I've had them almost a year, and I do actually wear them quite a bit. So I should do an updated wear and tear review for these. Actually, I bought these, no, I take that back. I bought these February of last year. So we're almost a year, and I do wear them quite a bit. So I will do a review on those for you and wear and tear to let you see how they're holding up. These I've had for almost 2 years. I bought these in April 2012. But these are the Monogram Lucky Ballerina flats with a little padlock. It doesn't move, it just stays straight. They stretch out. They don't look like, they stretch out when you obviously look like a normal shoe when you put them on. I don't wear these as much as I wear the vernis. Even though I've had them longer, I've probably worn the vernis flats more. So I'll do a review, and actually, since they're flats, in the same, from the same company's different leathers, I'll do a comparison of those two. And I'll do a follow-up on wear and tear on these. But those are the only 2 pairs of shoes that I have. And that is it, guys. That is my entire LV everything collection, minus the few things that I forgot to pull out. And some of the bags that came and went, you may recognize from my previous video of my collection, is my Monogram Galliera PM. I did let that go. A few pieces I purchased and have since sold that didn't even make it to this video are a Monogram Galliera GM. I purchased it and loved it, but I let that go because I just kind of thought it just ended up being too big and too sloppy for me. It still was a really lovely bag, and I'm very petite. I'm only 5'3", so I think it didn't necessarily overwhelm me because I do enjoy a large bag, but that's just the best I can. To me, it was just too big and a little bit too sloppy sometimes, but still a beautiful bag. I also had a PM Azure Galliera also. Bought that, loved it. I got a great deal on it. I used it quite a bit, and then I just decided I needed to purge my collection a little bit. I also had a gorgeous vintage Monogram large Noe. It was in excellent condition. I used that, and I did like it, but I ended up selling that. And Azure Totally MM. That bag never really was on my radar, and then one was for sale and I liked it, and it was in the Azure, and I needed an Azure kind of beater bag. So I used it, and I really did enjoy having it for about a month, and then just as quickly as I fell in love with it, I fell out of love, and I got to where I almost hated it. So I ended up selling that one, and I had a PM Damia Eben Trevi. That is such a beautiful, beautiful bag, but sadly it just ended up being too small. Which was sad for me because that was a bag that was always on my wish list, like a someday bag, and I got an amazing, like an unreal pre-loved deal from one of my besties, and it was so beautiful, and I did use it, but it just ended up being too small for me to carry and kind of get in and out of, just from my, personal experience. And I don't necessarily know if I would purchase that in GM, because I felt the PM looked really nice on my frame. I don't know if that size of bag is kind of, it might look too bulky as a GM, but that I let that go. Because I just felt that my collection was getting out of control. And I had purchased several things pre-loved, so I just kind of tried to downsize some of my pre-loved bags. I never sell the bags that my husband purchases for me. But I don't know, it just got to be too much. And I do know that I will add more pieces in the future, and I have a daughter. I mean, my daughter just turned 13, so I will be sharing, sorry, my hair's flying all over the place. I will be sharing some of those bags with her, but I just kind of thought, let me get rid, it just gets to a point where you have too many bags and you just can't use them all. Now when she's old enough and I can pass some of them down to her, that will be different, but I just kind of cleaned up a few of the pre-loved items that I bought that I just didn't have that spark for anymore. I'm extremely fortunate and happy with my collection that I do have, and like I said, I do have several reviews. I'll link those down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and since I have all these bags out, I am going to go ahead and do my top 5 handbags. Before I put these all up, I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. So you'll see another video where I'm in the same outfit, and that is why. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. Thanks.